Hey yo, you're now tuned into the Richard Allen Show. So it's your boy. I'm back. It's Friday. It's really Saturday. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It's actually Saturday, December 6th, right? I'm on late night right now. Now, I seen a couple stories happen this week, right? The first story that I'm going to do, I want to take a look. I pretty much know what happened here, and it's 92K drug seizure. So 92K drug seizures, right? So 92 kilograms, right? It's not $92,000 worth of drugs. So Florida drug raid, 90, 92K pounds of drugs and explosives found. So it's several reports I want to check out, right? From what I've seen so far, this kid is most definitely going to jail, but you definitely get the Trap of the Year award. So let's see what's going on with my man. You definitely get the Trapper of the Year award.
Thousand pounds of a into live now from Fox. We're turning our attention to a story that takes us down to Florida after more than 90,000 pounds of a substance or a drug said to contain deadly amounts of opioid was seized in northern Florida. Joining us live now to discuss this and bring an update to this entire situation is Fox 35 Orlando's Marley Capper. She is joining us now. Marley, this is a huge amount that was seized by police.
Good morning. Yeah, the suspect has actually had prior involvement with police as early as the age of 19. That's according to the sheriff's office here. And right now they're calling this case Breaking Bad on steroids. Take a look at the video. You can see the deputies say they teamed up with the DEA, ATF, and Palm Bay police.
So Breaking Bad means that this person is white. So they're using Breaking Bad to let you know on the back end, pause, that this is a white person. You know what I mean? So that's their in between the line language to let you know that this dude is white. They're using Breaking Bad. So it's obvious this is a white dude. They didn't say New Jack City and they didn't say Scarface. So we know that this is a white dude.
To confiscate 92,000 pounds of a substance used to make
Damn.
a drug known as 7-OH, a drug that's 3 times stronger than morphine. Florida
Damn.
recently passed an emergency law banning it. Investigators say the suspect, 26-year-old Maxwell Horvata, also had materials to create large.
Yo, he was on. Listen. The drug, it's hold up. Let's go back. The drug itself was a new drug. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go back.
Times stronger than morphine. Florida recently had prior involvement with police as early as the age of 19. That's according to the sheriff's office here. And right now they're calling this case Breaking Bad on steroids. Take a look at the video. You can see the deputies say they teamed up with the DEA, ATF, and Palm Bay police to confiscate 92,000 pounds of a substance used to make a drug known as 7-OH, a drug that's 3 times stronger than morphine. Florida recently passed.
Yo, I believe I did a report on 7OH. That drug is fairly like a new drug on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's not it hasn't been out for too long. So he was actually this dude was actually trying to make a new drug that's let me see something. I can't tell you how long 7OH has been out, but it is definitely is most for sure. This is a new drug, and he was trying to make he was trying to
used to make a drug known as 7-OH,
no,
a drug that's 3 times stronger than morphine. Florida
three times stronger than morphine. I mean, how much more high do you want to get? Like that's my whole thing. Like, I don't want to understand, you know what I mean? But I don't understand how much more high do you want to get? 3 times stronger than morphine.
used to make a drug known as 7-OH, a drug that's 3 times stronger than morphine. Florida recently passed an emergency law banning it. Investigators say the suspect, 26-year-old Maxwell Horvata, also had materials to create large amounts of explosives, along with 3 dozen guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
Damn. Yo, look
Folks, this is what danger looks like right here. Everything that you see behind us, everything you see in front of us is a red flag for disaster. It is.
Damn.
It is. You look. The guy was making his own suppressors.
Yo, so this dude was making the guns and the drugs. He need to be in the military. He need to be a military scientist or something like that. Send him to the military. He making guns from scratch, drug from scratch. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be in G.I. Joe. Send this dude to G.I. Joe.
Fully automatic weapons, explosive devices. This guy was either looking to engage war or looking to arm those and furnish to those that are. And you see, even had, as you can see in the video, even had a 50 cal on a tripod, ready to do serious damage.
The sheriff's office says this is the largest seizure of its kind in U.S. history, and that Horvata could spend the rest of his life in federal prison. Currently,
cal on a tripod.
He wasn't trying. Now this is them trying to put a spin on it. He wasn't trying to engage war with regular people. You know what I mean? That was for drug dealer protection. He a drug dealer. You got all them guns and stuff to protect yourself against other drug dealers. So they try to put the little cute spin on it. You know what I mean? Now, this is how you know that he just like guns, right? He's got the 357 Magnum long nose joint. Pause. So you got let me see something. The Joker gun. If you don't know what a 357 Magnum is,
and furnished to those that are. And you see, even had, as you can see in the video, even had a 50 cal on.
Let me go back a little bit.
Along with 3 dozen guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
Yo, you know it's crazy.
Stronger than morphine.
Hold on. Let me find the gun real quick.
Emergency law banning it. Investigators say the suspect, 26-year-old Maxwell Horvata, also had materials to create large amounts of explosives, along with 3 dozen guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
Folks, this is what danger looks like right here. Everything that you see behind us, everything you see in front of us is a red flag for disaster. It is. You look, the guy was making his own suppressors, fully automatic weapons, explosive devices. This guy was either looking to engage war or looking to arm those
with a 357 and
furnish to those that are. And you see, even had, as you can see in the video, even had a 50 cal on a tripod. Ready to do
trying to knock a building down with that shit. But hold up, look.
The sheriff's office says this is the largest seizure of its
boom. Look at the 357 long nose, the Joker joint. Yo, listen, y'all don't understand what's going on right now. He got the 40, what they say, the 40 cal joint, the military joint, and he got the Joker joint, the 357 long nose. That joint revolver. That should have. You could take out a cow with that joint. One shot, blow, the cow dead. You know what I mean? You can shoot a bear. If you shoot a bear one time with that joint, he's done. Look at the 357 long nose joint. Yo, I gotta buy one of them. I want to buy one of them just because. That's one of them just because guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you come outside with that joint, it's a wrap. The 357 long nose joint, I believe it's a 357 Magnum long nose. Pause. You know what I mean? If you come out, listen, you come outside with that, it's a wrap. Now, let me see. Yeah, listen, all y'all rappers, y'all just rapping.
In U.S. history, and that Hrvatia could spend the rest of his life in federal prison. Currently, he is in the Brevard County Jail. Sheriff Wayne Ivey says he is waiting on federal indictment. For now, reporting live for Live Now with Fox, Marley Capper. We'll send these back to you.
All right, Marley, thanks so much for joining us there in Brevard County. I do want to take us out to some more of that footage that we have here, courtesy of investigators who seized all of these illegal drugs. And as you heard from Marley's report there, she played a little bit of an update that we had from those same investigators. I do have the full presser, if you could say, or the news conference that was released not too long, about 5 minutes, but it really breaks down just how serious this case is. As Marley had said, this is the largest drug bust in the nation's history.
Damn.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'm standing here with Palm Bay Chief Agello. We're going to give you a breakdown on a case that our agencies work today, along with DEA, ATF, other federal task force members. I'm going to start out by saying what you see lying on the table in front of us with all the guns. A lot of these weapons are automatic weapons. We'll get into some of the meat and potatoes of this in just a second. But what's even more concerning, the boxes that you see behind us, and I'm going to step out of the way where you can take a good look at them. All of these boxes contain, and this is just half of it, by the way, it goes all the way back, contain 92,000 pounds of a extracted substance that's
yo, he did the Trapper of the Century Award. Yo, he was just doing this by himself. Yo, look at all these drugs, yo. Now I ain't see this. I bullshit you not. I did not see this. Look at all those boxes of drugs. Damn, yo. Damn. Like, he couldn't have been doing this by himself. Look on the bottom, right? You can see the dude standing there. It's a dude standing in the back. Look at the bottom of my screen, right above where it says drugs. It's a guy standing in the background. That'll show you how large that warehouse was. Damn. Damn, look at all them drugs, bro. Jeez.
Taken out of kratom, the substance kratom, taken out of kratom.
Yo, this is now, the craziest thing about it, this is just the substance needed to make the drug. So whatever was in those crates, once they, whatever's in these boxes, whatever substance, it was going to stretch even more. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And it makes it what's called 7-0, which recently the Florida legislature did an emergency bill to make 7-0 illegal here in the state of Florida. Maxwell Horvath is who we have in custody for this. Chief, I know you've got the briefing as well as I have. Search warrant earlier this morning. Our team went out, as I said, agents from all the different agencies involved, feds and local law enforcement. working on this. So I'm going to give you a little bit of
Damn.
background on Maxwell Horvath, and then the Chief's going to talk about some of the things that he had inside. 26 years old. In 2017, now remember, he's just 26 years old. In 2017, he served 2 years in federal prison
Damn.
for possession of an explosive device.
Yo. Look. Now, looking at him right there, would you think he'd be the trapper of the year? Like, is this a face that looks like trapper of the year? You know what I mean? Not even a little. Yo, he would have fooled me. This is the trapper of the year right here. Maxwell, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the singer. Trapper, yo, you got it, my man. That's crazy. Now this is a younger picture of him, but this is when they first started locking him up. But now I'm gonna ask the more influential question. Do you think that the video game Grand Theft Auto has anything to do with the impression on just young guys in general, any age group, right? Because we always say you know in the hood, you know, the black guys, the drug dealers, and all this and that. But we know throughout history, drug dealers are come in every color. You know what I mean? I mean, you can look even in old movies. Drug dealers come in every color and everything. You know what I mean? It's not just the black dudes, and it's not just the Hispanic dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of drug dealers. But yo, looking at him, I really would never. You can't look at somebody and know they're a drug dealer. But this dude definitely just in this picture right here, because this is an earlier picture, but definitely in this picture right here, let's find out what he was doing when they took this picture right here. Because I wouldn't even suspect that this dude is even going nowhere near drugs in this picture right here. He do got dilated pupils. I wouldn't suspect that he's the drug dealer. You know what I mean?
Some of the things that he had inside. 26 years old. In 2017, now remember, he's just 26 years old. In 2017, he served 2 years in federal prison for possession of an explosive device, trafficking in MDMA. He got 2 years of federal probation. Well, he's got a lot more coming now, including federal.
So he had an explosive device. You know what I'm saying? Now, why would he have? Sometimes I think people make stuff because they can. Like, I think this dude just belongs in the military. Even at 26, I would cut a deal with this dude and send him to the military because he didn't try to do anything with the explosive device. He just was curious and wanted. Now, I'm not defending him, but it is what it is. I don't think this dude is a terrorist. I think this dude is just obviously a drug dealer, but I just think he knows how to do stuff and can do stuff and will do it. So he knows how to do stuff and will do it, is what I'm trying to say. So let me put him back on the screen. Now I'm not going to be his lawyer, but like, listen, I think this dude right here he's the dude that he knows how to do stuff and will do it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I actually know how to make guns. So you know what? I'm gonna just make them. So, yo, I know how to create a new drug and put it on the street. So I'm just gonna do it. But you gotta pay the consequences. But to me, this dude should be in the military. Now, it might, you can say like, well, this is the type guy that will go rogue and start a militia, maybe, you know what I mean? So you might not want to put them in the military, but I think, at 26, they should cut a deal with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, make some type of base where they got to stay, make some type of rule up where they have to stay on the military base. They can serve in the military. They got certain freedoms, something like that. But this dude just knows how to do too much just to put him in jail. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Like, just say you got a kid in high school and, they know how to do all this illegal stuff, but all of that stuff can be beneficial to the military. I'm going to be honest with you. He knows how to make guns from scratch, mix chemicals and bombs. That's just all like he belong in the military. You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely belongs in the military.
Device trafficking in MDMA. He got 2 years of federal probation. Well, he's got a lot more coming now, including.
See, they gave him 2 years federal probation because they decided, like, what I'm saying, like, yo, he's just like a curious kid, whatever. But
trafficking in MDMA. He got 2 years of federal probation. Well, he's got a lot more coming now, including pending federal indictments that are coming on him. Chief, if you'll talk a little bit about the explosive stuff they found.
Yeah,
in
sure.
the warehouse.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
the
Great
military,
collaboration,
man.
as you mentioned, by
Look.
all agencies and departments involved. But yeah, so for example, improvised explosive devices, 5 IEDs
Damn.
located on this property where the warrant was initiated at. Not to mention grenade simulators and 50 pounds of precursor chemicals.
He just, he just know how to make them, man. Like, it's kind of like, yes, he's dumb. Yes, you got caught. You're going to jail, but it's kind of like he just knows how to do this shit. You know what I mean?
To make explosives. So we're not just talking about drugs. We're not just talking about,
Damn.
illegal substances out in the
That's
streets.
all the look at the
We're talking about
drugs
explosive
on the
devices, things that the military are utilizing and other countries are utilizing.
yo, look at the drugs.
Where
It's so much drugs in there. They hauling it out like TVs, bro. Like, it's like, you ever do stock for a department store?
the warrant was initiated at. Not to mention grenade simulators and
Damn.
50 pounds of precursor chemicals to make explosives. So we're not just talking about drugs. We're not just talking about, illegal substances out in the streets. We're talking about explosive devices, things that the military are utilizing and other countries are utilizing all over the world.
See, he belong. Just throw him in the military. Yo, I did a case on. Let me go back out a little bit. I did a case. I'm gonna go back to it. Let me put my man back up on the screen. No, it's cool. I did a case on a younger guy in New York, right? And his mom had a daycare in the front. Like, I guess she had a daycare in the front, and he was making now this kid was still in high school. He was making ghost guns in the back. He was making them and selling them on the streets. So he would print them out, put everything together. Mind you, he's still in high school. He would print them out, and he's a young black kid, right? He would print them out, put them together, and sell them on the street. So he was doing bang, 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 right? To me, why put him in juvie, send him to the military? Because anybody that knows how to do that, that's what makes the military innovative. Where you got a young, he might come up with a new gun, or he might come up with something new. You know what I mean? Put him in the military, teach him how to do everything the right way. That's what I was saying. But this dude is 26. Is it too late for him? But now they try to say Breaking Bad. They want to sensationalize my man and all of that. But Yo, send him to the military. He know how to make explosives, drugs, all type of. It's an old TV show called MacGyver. This dude is the drug dealing MacGyver. That's all this dude is. So if you young, if you don't remember MacGyver, look up MacGyver. This dude is just MacGyver. That's all. That's all he is. Trapping MacGyver. This dude is the trapping MacGyver.
To take out populations of people. I said, this is
terrorist.
See, they capping. They capping. This dude wasn't a terrorist. He's just
terrorist activities across the board. When
They
you
capping.
look at the
They capping. If he wanted to, he could have did terrorist activities, but I don't think this dude's just a trapper. This is not. Listen, this is not terrorist activities. This is trapping activity.
explosive devices, as the chief said, 50 pounds. In addition to that, and I'm gonna read it off: 12 rifles, 1 short-barreled rifle, 17 pistols, 3 shotguns, 1 revolver, 2 fully automatic submachine guns, 3 suppressors, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. And then, as I said, on top of that, 92,000 pounds. From everything that we can tell
Damn.
from our federal partners, this is the largest seizure of this kind in the country. Nobody's ever been able to do this.
They say that every drug bust, they say that shit. So I don't know if they're actually telling the truth. Look at all the drugs on these skids. They had to shrink wrap all these drugs. I wonder, did he already have the drugs shrink wrap? Like, this motherfucker's organized. Did he already had the shit shrink wrap, or did the cop shrink wrap this? So did my man already have the drug shrink wrap, or did the cops have this? Look at all the skids of drugs. Look at that shit, yo. Damn. Shit. Do you know the street value? Listen, this is in Florida. If this shit was in Philly, yo, if you was flipping it, if you had, listen, I ain't giving y'all no ideas. So if you got this much drugs in Philly, you fucking rich. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna make pretend.
2,000 pounds. From everything that we can tell from our federal partners,
Shit.
this is the largest seizure of this kind in the country. Nobody's ever been able to do this. As I said, Florida recently passed an emergency law making the 7-0 substance the derivative of the kratom, making it illegal. The best part of this is Horvath knows it's illegal.
Yep.
But thinks he's circumventing the system. He actually runs a business called Overseas Organics.
Okay.
And he thinks that because you go there and make a purchase, or you make a purchase online and he ships it out of the state of Florida, he's not violating the law. Well, trick or treat, he is. Not only is he violating the law for that, but all the weapons, all the explosive devices.
So they changed the law. So what they did, they got him on a technicality. They changed. I knew it was more to the story. So they changed the law on him. That's what happened. So this substance wasn't illegal until they just changed the law. So is that what it says? Let me go back a little bit. So that's what happened. They changed the law, my man.
Of this kind in the country. Nobody's ever been able to do this. As I said, Florida recently passed an emergency law making the 7-0 substance the derivative of the kratom, making it illegal. The best part of this is Horvath knows it's illegal.
Yep.
But thinks he's circumventing the system. He actually runs a business called Overseas Organics. And he thinks that because you go there and make a purchase, or you make a purchase online and he ships it out of the state of Florida, he's not violating the law. Well, trick or treat, he is. Not only is he violating the law for that, but all the weapons, all the explosive devices, everything else that he has is going to land him in prison for the rest of his life. Now,
if he didn't have the explosives and he didn't have all the guns, he may have gotten out of jail on a slight technicality. But because he had all the explosives and the guns and shit like that, his character with his character witness is FUBAR. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what that means, it's effed up. So he don't have no good. They can't give him a character witness in jail or nothing like that. He can't say like, "Well, I was running a legit business and they changed the law on me." He can't do none of that because you got all the guns and explosives.
Back in September, our agents worked together, made buys from Horvath. He actually even gave him a tour of his business. I mean, he's proud of his business, and you're seeing in some of the film that we're rolling now for you the business. This thing looked like Breaking Bad on steroids is what it looked like. He had it lined up in all
Damn.
sorts of different chambers and rooms and sterile environments, everything else, and they were taking it, extracting it, putting it in compressing machines. As I said, his company
Damn.
would ship it out.
Look at all
And
the
he would, even if you went there and made the purchase, he would tell you he's got to ship it to somebody in another state because that way
damn.
he thought it made it legal. Well, it didn't. All right, and he's in custody. We're still putting all the charges on him. I can tell you right now, he's going to have automatically 36 counts possession of a firearm by a convicted.
But yo, if he was trying to make it legal, then that means he was trying to make it legal. See what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm his lawyer, right? If you're on camera saying that he thought it was going to be legal yourself, so he may have a case that he thought it was going to be legal, but the explosive and the guns is where he's fucked at. So look how he's saying he thought it was going to be legal. They might be, yo, if I was a lawyer, I would play back this video in court. So if you yourself saying that he thought it was going to be legal, then maybe he thought it was legal. See what I'm saying?
Environments, everything else, and they were taking it, extracting it, putting it in compressing machines. As I said, his company would ship it out, and he would, even if you went there and made the purchase, he would tell you he's got to ship it to somebody in another state because that way he thought it made it legal. Well, it didn't.
See, that way he thought it made it. So this cop you might be shooting so these cops, even though they want to brag and boast, you might be shooting yourself in the foot by saying on video that you thought himself that he thought it would be legal. So he has a case that he thought it would be legal, but he just thought wrong. You know what I mean? But you yourself you see what I'm saying? So these cops might be shooting themselves in the foot by talking too much.
All right, and he's in custody. We're still putting all the charges on him. I can tell you right now, he's going to have automatically 36 counts possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 1 count possession of short-barreled rifle, 2 counts possession of short-barreled machine gun, and then more charges coming for the explosives. So
Yeah, Sheriff, it's like you said, 26 years old, already pretty much a career offender. Started at the age of 17, federal charges, federal indictments. He has no regard for the sanctity of life, and great job by your folks, man. It was great collaboration.
yeah, great job by our agents, our local partners, our federal partners. Folks, this is what danger looks like right here. Everything that you see behind us, everything you see in front of us is a red flag for disaster. It is I mean, you look, the guy was making his own suppressors, fully automatic weapons, explosive devices. This guy was either looking to engage war or looking to arm those and furnish to those that are. And you see, even had, as you can see in the video, even had a 50 cal on a tripod, ready to do serious damage. So he's locked up. He's in Ivy's Iron Bar Lodge. He's going to stay there. As I said, he's got pending federal indictments. Those indictments will make sure that he spends the rest of his life right where he deserves, and that's in prison. But great job by all of our team. 92,000 pounds of this synthetic substance. So great job. We'll get you more information as this thing continues, but I just wanted to get this out to everybody so that they could see the great work our team's doing, and also know that this individual.
I don't know if he deserved life in jail. I don't know about that, yo. I'm on the fence about that. Do he really deserve life in jail?
Our local partners, our federal partners.
I can see if he murdered somebody, which drugs murders people, but doesn't alcohol murder people too?
Folks, this is what danger looks like right here. Everything that you see behind us, everything you see in front of us is a red flag for disaster. It is
I ain't gonna lie to you, it really is.
you look, the guy was making his own suppressors, fully automatic weapons, explosive devices. This guy was either looking to engage war or looking to arm those and furnish to those that are. And you see, even had, as you can see in the video, even had a 50 cal on a tripod, ready to do serious damage. So he's locked up. He's in Ivy's Iron Bar Lodge. He's going to stay there.
Bit of an update that we had from the
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. Yeah, my man, he gonna get life in jail, but yo, yeah, the jury is out on that one, man. Trap of the year for real. God damn. My man had everything. Jeez. And it's a like I said, that's a new drug. That ain't even like Jesus. See, you gotta make that drug. You gotta manufacture. They caught him in the middle of manufacturing. So they caught him in the middle of manufacturing that drug. And you gotta literally make that drug. Let me see something. So this definitely gonna be the trappers. Nothing I'm going to show you after this is gonna beat out it's not gonna beat this case with my man by far. And I'm about to see something. Let me see something. I don't even want to look at another drug dealer because ain't nothing gonna be more than that. You're not gonna outdo that one. Now look, this what I do. I wanna show you two things, right? Now this is some technology. Now Walmart, they just released their drone program. I'm gonna spend a couple seconds on this. I want to take a look at this. So this is in Georgia. So Walmart, they just released their drone delivery program. So let's just take a look at this. This is my first time seeing this.
This morning, grocery delivery by drone taking flight for
Grocery.
millions of shoppers. The world's largest retailer, Walmart, revealing here exclusively on GMA, its expanded drone delivery program starts today in Metro Atlanta in partnership with Wing.
Atlanta's that first stop in our significant expansion with them. And so we'll be heading from here to Houston, we'll be in Charlotte, we'll be in Tampa and Orlando.
Stores in Bentonville, Arkansas, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area already using these lightweight drones for fast grocery delivery. And some TikTokers are intrigued.
Oh.
So what do you think? That's cool.
Yeah, that is crazy.
At this Walmart in Woodstock, Georgia, 12 drones sit on individual charging pads until an order comes in through the Wing app.
We'll pack it up for you, load it onto the drone, and then it's going to fly to your house in under 5 minutes.
The drones carry packages up to 2.5 pounds and fly within a 6-mile radius of a store, avoiding traffic, stop signs, and pedestrians. Popular items for delivery often include medicine, ice cream, eggs, and even a small rotisserie chicken. We give the Wing app a spin.
I have it open. I have a few items I need. Let's get some eggs, tomatoes, lime, and Tylenol. And then you just add up your order, submit it, and now we wait.
Outside, we look for the delivery.
So we've been tracking our package on the app, and it gives you an actual countdown clock. I think I hear it. Oh, there it is.
Damn, that's
Look,
crazy.
It's here.
The drone hovers about 150 yards above the ground, then slowly lowers the package on a tether.
Wow. Success.
It's just the latest example of companies trying to speed up their delivery times. Amazon unveiling Amazon Now, billed as ultra-fast delivery in 30 minutes or less. Uber Eats using robots for food delivery. DoorDash also experimenting with drones.
We're seeing more technology from robots, driverless cars, drones, and it's no longer the future's coming. The future's actually here.
And guys, this location here in Woodstock, Georgia is just one of 6 locations across Georgia that are getting that drone delivery service starting today. 4 other states will get access early next year. And then the hope is to continue expanding until this is now nationwide. Now, as for concerns about safety and privacy, the company says they do follow FAA guidelines and they don't have cameras on the drones to track people during the delivery. And their payload is pretty light. And in addition to all of that, they do have sensors on these drones to make sure they're avoiding obstacles during the delivery. So in short, take a look here. The future is here, guys.
You have brought us to it. All right, Faith. Wow.
Incredible.
That is incredible. You're the best, Faith. Thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild right there.
It's a first of its kind.
That's wild. Now, I mean, when is this coming to Philly? They might shoot the drones down in Philly. That's what I was thinking about. But that thing is so, listen, that thing is probably so high in the sky. It's probably so, it's so high that nobody will see that shit, yo. Until it's like coming down on your property. You know what I mean? But, you know, people that live like in spread out areas, got backyards, that's perfect. That's perfect. Something small, something light, you need delivered. I need some drawers. I need some toothpaste and some drawers. Send that over. You know what I mean? That's amazing. Now, that's amazing, but I'm going to show you something that's not really that. I'm not going to say it's not amazing, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So everybody that does Lyft and Uber, and I definitely done Lyft and Uber before. Everybody that does Lyft and Uber, right? These are what's going to take your money in the future, right? Self-driving taxis, right? So the whole taxi industry, right? But right now, I'm going to say it's going to be a little while before these fully take. So this is the company Waymo, right? Waymo or Waymo. I've been seeing these in Philadelphia also, right? In certain areas. Now, I don't see these on the highway in Philadelphia. Now, this right here is not in Philadelphia. I believe this was in California. But this is the one thing they haven't thought about these self-driving taxis or cars. So take a look at the video.
Oh my God. This morning, new questions about the safety of driverless cars after a Waymo turned into the middle of a tense police standoff in downtown Los Angeles. Watch this fully autonomous robotaxi with a passenger inside turning left, driving just feet away from this line of
right
police
in the middle of
cars
the
as a
standoff.
man lays on the ground. Waymo telling ABC News that one of their vehicles did encounter a street blocked by police and simply saying, quote, "When we encounter unusual events like this one, we learn from them." LAPD confirming a high-risk felony stop was underway and that officers had not yet blocked traffic when the Waymo went through the intersection. LAPD says the Waymo did not impact their tactics.
I see a Waymo on the freeway.
Waymo just recently announcing that they are extending ride service to local highways and interstates in Phoenix, LA, and San Francisco.
I just took a quick trip for lunch. Smooth ride, and it's fast, convenient. Haven't had any issues.
But some customers say it's time to pump the brakes, adding the cars still haven't completely mastered local roads.
This car is just going in circles.
One customer was stuck riding in a perpetual loop.
I literally thought I was being pranked.
Hi, we are currently blocking a train.
And these passengers in San Francisco had to call for help when their Waymo blocked a streetcar and wouldn't move. In response, Waymo says safety is its priority, claiming its driverless cars have a much lower crash rate than human drivers. The company citing a study finding an 85% reduction in injury-causing crashes. All right, love them or hate them, they seemingly here to stay. Globally, there were only 17,000 self-driving cars on the road in 2022, but now there's more than 33,000, and there's way more on the way with Amazon-backed Zoox and Tesla's Cybercab service starting. Have you guys been in one? I have not.
Not yet.
No one?
I'll get my steps in.
No, I see them all the time. In LA, they are everywhere.
Yeah,
but I've never been in one.
So would you?
I like people.
Well said.
Just saying.
Yep.
How about you?
No, I haven't yet for the same reason.
But you know what? Hey, technology, who knows where we're going?
We're going to be hearing
Pretty
from a
soon
lot
we'll
of
be-
companies this morning.
And serious people. Yep.
All right, let's move on.
Yo, like I said, let me. And my NBA shit popping up. NBA stuff popping up. You could tell, hey, look, you could tell what I be watching. My NBA stuff popping up in my algorithm, news and sports, right? So listen, I don't know. Being that, I got a lot of friends that still work in this industry. Let me take the Suns off the screen. Just got the Suns up there.
Oh my God. This morning, new questions
Put
about
this back up there. So I got definitely I've done Lyft plenty. There's plenty of times I've done Lyft, right? Now, let me put this back up.
Oh my God. This morning, new questions about the safety.
So when it comes to like the company, and I'm not going to, Waymo is obviously the company that's pushing this out first, but to me, this is how, and I'll do another report on this too. There's going to be, so it's two things. I'm in Philadelphia. I do not want to be driving through it's a lot of bad neighborhoods in Philadelphia. Like, there's a lot, super lot, right? I don't want to be driving through a bad neighborhood. All somebody has to do is walk in front of the car. The car is not going to go nowhere. To me, you're a sitting duck to get stuck up in the Waymo. You know what I mean? So you're going to get the Waymo and the Waymo. So to me, it's like you're going to get stuck up. You know what I mean? Somebody is going to hop in front of your car and you're going to get the Waymo in the Waymo 100. You know what I mean? So that's why, to me, on some hood type time, I don't know about the Waymo. I'm not trying to be a sitting duck in an autonomous car. 50 dudes stand in front of the car and stop the car and rob you. You know what I mean? Where your driver is probably going to either make a U-turn, go back, run one of them over or something. I'd rather have a human being making human being decisions. You know what I mean? Than a computer. Because the computer is just going to sit there and let you get robbed. And then when you report it, they're going to say, we're not liable for any robberies, even though the car stopped and then let you get robbed. You know what I mean? So, and then you might even be in the car and not know how to open the doors when they try to rob you. It's all type of robbery scenarios that I'm thinking of with these cars following you to rob you. Just say you coming from the club and you got this, they chase a couple dudes chasing you out. You got all this jewelry on, and they gonna follow this autonomous car the whole way and rob you. You know what I mean? And you in a car with somebody else, they be like, yo, why these dudes following us? It's certain human intuition that this car is not going to have. You know what I mean? I'm in Philadelphia. There's a bridge that you got to go to the airport. It's a large bridge. It's nowhere in hell I want to be in a self-driving car going over that bridge, yo. Even when I drive over that bridge, I'm like, you know what I mean? There's nowhere in hell I want to be in a self-driving car going over that bridge. But I hate to say this, but somebody's going to die in one of these, and then they're going to make certain regulations. You know what I mean? To me, I would rather be in an autonomous flying vehicle than be in an autonomous car. Maybe something that flies would be maybe safer than a car, because, or I'm gonna give you another solution. If you're gonna have autonomous cars, have a road that just has autonomous cars, an autonomous highway. So they're gonna have to make autonomous highways. I would not have the autonomous cars on a highway with human cars. So have an autonomous highway without the human cars. Then maybe you can do a study on how many accidents there are and all of that. Now, this is the thing. When it snows outside, now I'm gonna tell you another thing. This is another thing, and I'll probably say this over again in another show, right? I'm gonna tell you another thing. Even though these Waymos or any autonomous car has AI driving the car, and AI is allegedly smarter than humans, right? It's still, whether it's a human driving or AI driving the car, it's still the same hardware. It's still driving on the same tires, the same metal. It's still hardware that can fail. So I'm gonna repeat that again. It's still hardware that can fail. That can fail. Now, when I say hardware, tires, brakes, physical things that can either work or not work. So your tire can go out on you with a human driver or an AI driver. Your car can slide out of control with a human driver or AI driver. You see what I'm saying? Your brakes can fail. There's different mechanical issues that can happen if you have a human or AI. So the human intuition when these things go out may be a lot faster. You know what I mean? Now, over time, do I believe that these AIs will catch up to human intuition from learning by mistakes? Yes. But this is another question. Do you want to be the first test dummy to get driven off a bridge in these cars? And the answer is going to be no. Like, I don't want to be the first test dummy when this car is driving over the Ben Franklin Bridge and then it just drops in the Delaware River. I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? I'll look for a human being. Now, it's another little nuance, you can call it that. Now, a lot of females, you know how a lot of females have had problems with male Uber drivers and stuff like that. A lot of females, there may be a curve where a lot of females will feel safer hopping in this autonomous car because you don't have to worry about a creepy driver. So that may be a curve for females, and that may be a reason why the feeling may be safer for a drunk female to hop in this autonomous car, when they come from, if they don't want a creepy driver and all this and that, right? But my whole thing is like, when all these people are drunk, who the hell is going to wake them up when they get there? So just think about that. When you got these super drunk people, who the hell is going to wake them up when they get to their house? They're not thinking about none of those little small nuances. Like, you literally might be sitting in the car until somebody knocks on the window like the next day or something. So you got to think about that too. If you're like passed out drunk, the human being will be like, yo, buddy, get the fuck out of my car. Where who the hell is going to wake these people up? You know what I mean? When they get to the destination. But listen, yo, it's your boy Richard Allen, the Richard Allen Show. I'm going to be talking about issues. I'm going to try to do a couple shows a week. I thank everybody for supporting me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Everything's right there. Richard A Show _ and that's on X, IG, and TikTok. It's your boy. I am Izzo.